So today I'm going to introduce you to something that I think will be quite a bit of fun, and it's something I've been talking about on stream and I've wanted to add into the Valorant community for some time. And right now, this is what I would call an alpha version of Valorant Fantasy. Now, for those of you who don't know what fantasy esports is or fantasy anything, basically, it's something that is in traditional sports and has been for a very long time, and the goal basically is to add a bit of spice to the games that you're watching by picking individual players for your team, and then you basically score points based on how that player does, right? It happens, NFL, Premier League, have pretty big fantasy followings and other sports as well, of course. And I thought we would add this to Valorant as well. Now, as I say, this is a very alpha version of this right now. As we progress forward to maybe split one, that might be the beta version of this, right? The rules might change. Definitely there will be more updates and kind of, finalizing this. And hopefully by at least the start of next season VCT, we will have a kind of fully fleshed out thing. But I think this is fun to just introduce right now as kind of a, bit of a test of, to see how this goes, right? So thank you to Fabio, my mod, for kind of setting all this up. I think it's a great start, as you'll see. And so, yeah, let's dive into it, right? So let's start with the rules. And I will leave a link in the pinned comment and the description if you want to just quickly join in as well. The way this works is that you get points for your players. So you have a budget to spend. We'll get to that in a second. Each player has different prices. You're going to fill your team with 5 players and 3 on the bench. Right now, there is no leaderboard. It's just kind of for fun. But I'm sure as we go forward, there will be a leaderboard. If a player plays 2 games in a game week, only the higher scoring game counts. And that will happen for players this week as well. Obviously, don't play players that don't play. If there's any bugs, as I say, this is kind of a very early version of this, then go and tell Fabio on the Discord, and you can join the Discord here in the top right as well. There's a little link there. So how do you get points? Well, you get points for getting kills, so every 5 kills we'll get 2 points. Every 4 deaths, though, you will lose a point for your player, and every 3 assists your player gets will get 0.5 points. If you win 2-0, your player will earn 8 points, and if you win 2-1, your player will earn 3 points. These are the games that are happening in EMEA, Americas, and Pacific. I think Fabio may have missed that DFM now are playing against Paper X, and that's confirmed. But other than that, these are the games that we will be seeing, and then you're going to create a team, right? And you can see that the players here all have different prices. Obviously, there are still the players that are eliminated. This doesn't include China right now, and you can search by, like, for instance, if I wanted an NRG player, here we go, you got the NRG. You could search for a player just by their actual in-game name, and find the players that you want, essentially, right? So now let's talk about creating my team, though, and what I wanted for my team. So when I was looking at the rules, I was thinking, okay, we're looking at kills, deaths, and assists, right? Very simple, or winning 2-0 or winning 2-1. The thing is with this, right? Whilst there are players who obviously generally do get quite a lot of kills, and maybe, a decent KDA in general is what we're looking for, I felt like winning 2-0 was more reliable, more predictable than, relying on a player having a necessarily good game. So if we look at the games here, when it comes to creating my team, I'm looking at like, okay, could Foot beat Vitality or Vitality beat Foot 2-0? I think unlikely, right? But could Heretics beat BBL 2-0? Maybe. Fnatic Gentle Mates, though, I'm kind of highlighting this fixture as like ooh, this one I like. Sen versus Loud. Sen could beat Loud 2-0, but again, Loud have been pretty decent, so it wouldn't shock me if they won a map. NRG versus Crew, another one that I'm circling as like, ooh, NRG. I think they can win this 2-0. Paper X versus DFM, though, okay, I'm liking Paper X as well. So that was kind of what I was going on for right now. Now, right now, there is no limit as to how many players from one team you can put in your team. As we go forward, and Fabio have already talked about this, there will be a max of 2 players from one team. Okay, so now let's talk about creating the team, right? So we're going to create the team, and we got 100 to spend. You can see all the costs here. I will say, Fabio, some of the costing, we'll need to talk about it. I will change it as we go forward, because I do think that some players are a little underpriced. But let's just search for some teams that I talked about, right? So like NRG, I think that NRG will be a pretty decent choice. And I think that Som here for just 13 is looking pretty tasty, right? Only 13, Som we know can frag for sure. We'll probably get quite a few assists on smokes as well. I'm going in for Som. Right, so that's the first one. What other teams did I mention? I mentioned Team Heretics as a potential. I actually want to try out Paper Rex here as well. And again, I'm looking at something at 12. Again, Fabio, what are you doing? I'm adding something for 12. I might add Jing for 12 here as well, to be honest. he has the potential to pop off. I think I might add Jing as well, because I think that they will win 2-0. We'll look at Team Heretics, because I think that they're pretty good. We also have added the Lacquer of Valorant, if you want to, as a kind of a bit of a meme here, if you want to add the Lacquer of Valorant. But I'm looking here at Team Heretics, and I'm looking at Miniboo at only 12. I know some people calling Mini Bot. I'm also looking at Rien's at 12. Two decent, pretty good options right there, I think. But I think I'm going to go for Miniboo. So Sen, I mean, you could go Zekken for 16. That is a bit pricey, but I think I might have the budget to do it. So I think I am going to add Zekken. And then who else am I looking at? I mean, let's try Gen G as a team that might do pretty well. Again, why is Texture only 12? What's the Texture? The GOAT. Why are we disrespecting the GOAT? For now, I'll add him to the bench, but you can swap them around, right? So we can come back to that. We're just adding 8 players for now. And then I've got a budget of 23. What other teams am I looking at here as a potential winner? We've got NRG. Maybe Fnatic. Let's take a look at Fnatic, right? So if I go on create team again. Oh, it has saved. Wonderful. Let's take a look at Fnatic. Okay, I could go Alpha for 13 or Chronicle. I think what I'm going to do here is, yeah, I think I'm going to add in Alpha. And then I'm just going to have like a bad player be my last player on the bench that I don't really care that much about. So let's sort by price here and sort by players who are 10. So I've got 10 left to spend. Who's a player that I could just get FNS for the jokes? Do I have to pick like an FNS or a Boaster? Although the only... Oh, Artzine is also there. You know what? Let's just get FNS in there. Why not? We'll get FNS to sit on the bench. He can just be a little bench warmer. And I'm going to save my team as that. So now if you come to the homepage, you'll see, oh, your team comes up. Look at that. And you'll see it has the points here at the top as well. So I've got something, Jing, Miniboo, Zekken. Now, who do I want to play of those players? I think I want to be playing Alpha here because I think Fnatic are going to be a decent option here. I think I'm going to play Alpha instead of Miniboo? Heretics versus BBL? Ooh, that's tough. Tough choice, but I think, yeah, I think I'm going to go Alpha instead of Miniboo. And I think I'm going to save my team there. I think that this is a team, though, is looking pretty good. I've got Paper X, double Paper X against DFM. Some... Ooh, would I rather go Som or Miniboo or Texture? No, I'm going to stick with Som. I'm going to stick with Som against Crew. Sentinels play. They play loud. Oh, no. Fnatic play Gentle Mates. Oh, yeah, yeah. So we want to play Alpha. Okay, yeah. I think that this is my team. I think that's a pretty good team. As I say, as we go forward, the prices will change. You know, I'll make sure that the prices change. I'll make sure that, you know, we will update this. But if you just want to have, like, a little bit of fun here, this is something that you can do, right? And I hope it will be fun going forward. And as I say, we'll update it as we keep going forward. But that is my team. If you want to join, go to the link in the description and create your team. And yeah, have a nice day.